Hey everybody, how's it going? Good evening, and I hope you're all doing well. So today I want to talk to you about Rainx. A lot of people have heard about it, not a lot of people use it, and I'm not really sure why. So it's pretty easy to apply. We're going to just go through the processes. I actually got this side almost done. Just needs a little more buffing. You can kind of see it, but what is Rainx? Rainx is kind of a waxy type light cover that actually kind of buffs into your windshield, and I use it, my wife loves it, I love it, and it's so good that you apply it once and for the next however long, right? Really depends on how much rain you go through or whatever, but for me it lasts probably a month or two. My wife, it probably lasts 4 months, and it essentially makes it so you don't have to use your wipers. I mean, complete downpours. I've been driving in with my pickup truck, and I don't have to use my wipers at all. It actually is amazing. So I'll kind of show you here the difference between the two. I have a jar of water. What's going on, Den Dog? I have a jar of water here, and I'm going to show you the difference so you can see it. So my wife and I just got back from our trip to up north a couple hours, and it's real buggy. You can see just how many bugs are on the windshield, but this thing does have Rainx kind of on it already. But we'll pour some on here. You can see it. Pretty regular, right? Kind of stems out, and you can see it kind of sits on there. Well, we're going to do the side. What's going on, Neil? Switch hands here. We're going to do the side with Rainx so you can see the difference. This is one light coat. Notice how it just beads up? So if we take this, hopefully you guys can see that. You see how it just kind of, there goes my microfiber. You see how it just kind of beads up, and if we blow on it, it kind of blows out of the way. So you can imagine how amazing this stuff is when you're traveling at 55, 65, 70 miles an hour. It's gone, right? It's amazing. But there is kind of a little process here to getting it to that point, right? So, like I said, my wife and I just got back from our trip. We drove, I'm gonna say 400 or 500 miles at least over the last 2 days, and it's very buggy. So what we're gonna do is you want to initially spray down your windshield with some Windex. I just kind of wiped off that water, so I'm going to count that good enough. Now, after that, you're going to get some steel wool, and this here is quadruple aught, I believe is what they consider it, but it's really, really fine. And this won't scratch your windshield at all. Now, windshields are not that expensive to begin with. I mean, they're a few $100s installed. So I guess if you mess up, you're not going to be out like $10,000 or anything ridiculous. And that's out of pocket if you didn't have like glass coverage, but that's a whole different story on if you want to use that or not. So I got me a handy dandy bucket. That's my step stool. But what we're going to be doing is taking the steel wool, and you just want to lightly press down. I mean, I guess it doesn't even have to be light. You're not going to scratch your windshield doing this. This is actually just removing dead bug body pieces, or even tree sap or whatever, and you can go through. Now this windshield has a lot of rock chips in it. This vehicle has a lot. It's a 2015, and it has like 135 or 36,000 miles on it now. So it has a lot of rock chips in it because I think it's been driven a lot of freeway miles, if you will. So once you do that, you obviously want to wipe it off again with a paper towel, or I got these free microfiber towels from Harbor Freight a few months ago, so they work decent too. It doesn't really matter. And you could re-Windex your deal at that point again. But then you want to take your Rainx and just spray it on there. Now I've done like 4 or 5 coats before, and you can actually kind of see the waxiness in it. And I would say if you just do like 1, maybe 2 coats at a time, it'll work best. When you do like 4 or 5, it actually kind of builds up a sheen to it, and it takes a few rains to get the sheen kind of off of there. It becomes quite a bit to polish off. So you can see now I'm just wiping it, right? There's some rock chips. I actually didn't get all of the bug buddies off. It's really hard to show. But another key thing too is you want to make sure the inside of your windshield is clean as well. I got that rag in there. I cleaned it off, because anything on the inside is going to give you kind of a false outside, right? You might be scrubbing at something and thinking it's a bug body or something, but it's actually something on the inside. So so you'll actually be able to feel it. It's real kind of waxy in a way. And they say, apply it, and what I like to do is I'll swirl it around like this. You can just see it dries super quick, and then at that point you polish it in. But if you do this on like a 90-degree day, this stuff dries almost instantaneously. And that is another thing too. If you do it on a 90-degree day, it's a pain in the butt to polish it, because it dries so quick and it's on. So there we go. So just do another kind of show you guys how this works. FYI everyone, Chad says Rainx also works very well for glass showers. Yeah, I can see a whole bunch of uses for this. So what I'll do is I'll actually pour it from the top, because we didn't get any Rainx up there. And I'll show you guys as it comes down how it looks. You can see right when it hits that spot with that Rainx, you can see it just pours past it. And once again, it just completely moves. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick live stream. I seem to do better on live streams with this, but that's Rainx for you. And I apply it probably 2 times in the summer, and then if I get to it 1 time before winter. And it works pretty well throughout the seasons. And you can also put it on the side of your windows, and it'll help with the bug bodies and everything too, because being that there's a little bit of wax, if you will, it's easier to clean off your window and everything like that. So give it a go, see if you like it, but that's all I really got. Someone asked how it cost that Mazda SUV. That was Efren. We paid $10,500 for this, and I guess it has highway miles, but really I'm very happy with it. This has been a really nice SUV. Hopefully it keeps going good for us. But yeah, we paid $10,500 out the door, and for something like this was $30,000 in 2015. So it's only 4 years old, but it does have 136,000 miles on it now. So I mean, pair of tires, and we got 2 years of free oil changes. So kind of a bonus there. But all right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully this helps. If you're wondering about Rainx, you kind of see how it goes. But yeah, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.